Kim Duke, you know what I love?
What?
Tacos.
Me too.
You know what else I love?
What?
Queso.
Okay, so.
You know where we can find both of those things in plenty?
Where?
At Los Ortiz's in Becker, Minnesota. Family-owned business, hardworking individuals, and now they have outdoor seating. You can go out on the patio during the pandy and get your fill of authentic Mexican food right here in Becker, Minnesota, off Highway 10 on Bank Street, right behind the bank. I left the fucking cup upstairs, too. God damn it!
You are on top of it today, huh?
Well, everything's recording, so...
Oh, all right.
Go nuts.
I'll give a shout out to the big bitches. Hey, people. How the hell are you doing? Thanks for watching, dude. Absolutely. Oh, and this podcast comes out on Tuesdays. You might as well just listen when you can. It's super funny.
Thong bikini, a thong bikini, and two French rolls.
New rule. You do not get...
Thong bikini, a thong bikini, two French rolls.
Oh, boy.
Dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, absolutely.
Oh, God.
Did that break the chair?
I hope so. That was a stinker. That one's really going to smell bad. I'm sorry.
Why'd you do that? Why does this stink?
So, Chris.
What?
How are you sleeping, Chris?
Oh, sleeping good.
Chris.
Well, not really. Actually, I lied.
Oh, okay.
You know those nightmares where you wake up and you start to fall asleep and you're falling asleep right back into the nightmare that you left off with?
So you wake up in the nightmare, or you wake up in
No.
real
You
life?
wake up and you're like, fuck. But you're so exhausted.
Oh,
you
yeah.
fall asleep and
Okay.
boom, right back in nightmare city.
I can't say that I've had that happen to me before, but I think I have a pretty good understanding of what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever had that happen. That's freaking horrifying, though. And this has been happening.
No, this just
regularly,
happened earlier this week, and then I woke up at 5 in the morning and I couldn't fall back asleep, and I started eating, and Kim thought that I was sleeting, if you will. And I was like, no, I was fully aware. I just had a nightmare, and I needed an excuse to eat.
Oh, okay.
So I did that.
Cool. No doubt.
Speaking of excuses to eat, I had a doctor's appointment today.
Yeah.
To see if I have the bead, which we...
Why would you call it
the
that?
bead?
Yeah. Is that what people call it?
The beatus?
Yeah. See, that's what you would say is the beatus.
The beat?
Yeah, but you said the bead.
Yeah. The bead. Oh, people pronounce it beatus.
Yeah,
You
what
notice
I'm
that?
saying is, the only thing that the bead, like a bead, like a necklace bead.
Yeah. I have tons of beads in my blood.
So do you actually have the
I have
beatus?
beady blood. No. Well, I mean, we don't know yet. They got me a glucometer. We did the prick thing. She was more concerned about my thyroid.
Really? Like maybe it's a hypoactive thyroid?
Something like that. So she did some blood work.
Do you think that has anything to do with all the medication you're on?
Maybe.
That maybe it's affecting your thyroid?
Well, I mean, she said the Remeron 100% causes the munchies, which is my sleep medication.
Right.
So that's why I feel like I got to fucking eat like crazy. But they weighed me.
Yeah. Are you
185 pounds.
Are you feeling fat?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're really not morbidly obese though. I mean, you got a little extra weight around the middle.
Technically, I am beast. Sneezes, Christ!
I just cracked my back while sneezing.
But yeah, that was super, 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 super bummer.
Yeah. So in that vein, actually, I'm tired of looking at these puffy freaking nipples every day in the mirror. It's like I do have a bit of a gut, but for me, it's like when I put on like a relatively tight shirt, like it doesn't even need to be a tight shirt. It's just like relatively tight. Like I get that weird, like guy that like for sure wears like Lacai's and but also is like into like corn, you know, that like weird body.
Doesn't that guy wear Osiris?
Oh, he might. Or DC's.
Yeah.
Is probably a better. Yeah, so like that guy's body, you know, where like you can see his nipples like poking in his shirt.
Yeah.
It's not like that I have like if my chest shape wasn't so like weird and indented, I wouldn't have these pointy boobs, but I do have pointy boobs, and it's so gross. So Caitlin and I are going to start doing yoga, I think, which
Yoga's
should
good.
help with the sleeping issues.
Yeah.
And the anxiety. Bless you, my God.
Ugh.
Dude, I have officially burp snarted on this podcast right now.
Burp snarted?
Yeah, so I burped already, I farted already, and I've sneezed.
Besnarted?
Burp
I like
snarted.
it.
It's where you do
I
all
think I
three
got
of
a
them at the
barley
same
hair in
time.
my nose. That's usually why I sneeze. Is barley's fucking
Yeah, I
hairs
mean,
get all up in my face.
Barley kissed my face, so maybe that's where that came from. What is the deal?
And I kissed your face. Well, you're doing it wrong. It's supposed to go up.
Oh.
And then that way it doesn't do the flipsy doozies anymore.
Unreal.
I did that on purpose because the mic kept falling on you when we would record at the table.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's fix that.
Yeah, because I'm a child and I can't do. I can't.
I am a child of God.
So,
And he
so sleeping
plays
not
po-
great, but you had a doctor's appointment. Also,
yeah, and they told me I'm
also,
a fat piece of shit.
They did not say that. There's no way a medical doctor looked you in the eye and said, "Chris, I have some bad news. You might be aware, but you are a fat piece of shit, Chris."
The nurse looked at my weight and went, okay.
No way, dude. Is that real?
I think
Please tell me that
I think she
actually
could
happened.
tell I was like standing there a little longer than people usually do, looking at this fucking horrible weight of mine. And she was just like, okay.
Okay.
I get the same nurse every time. She's
Oh,
awesome.
man, so it's good and bad. Because like she's there for you, but she's also watching you.
She's also like,
she's also watching you not be there for yourself. You know what I mean?
she just is on a tight schedule.
Oh, was she?
In and out.
Was she on a tight schedule, or was she sick of watching tears well up in your eyes? Okay, the tissues are in the room. Come with me. That's funny. I mean, it's not funny. I'm sorry. I know you're feeling self-conscious, but we all do. You know, it's all good. I got these thunder thighs that push my weirdly small package all up in my pants, and you guys literally took pictures of it and posted it in a Facebook group.
Your package?
Zoomed in, yeah. Because I wore those khakis that were too tight that even my roommates back, it was like a year ago or so, year and a half maybe, my roommates were like, I would not wear those pants. Like, why? And they're like, dude, we can see your bag. And I was like, this is the only clean pants I have. And they're like, that is too bad. Yeah, and then you guys all took pictures of it.
Yeah.
And commented on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Well, you also wore a very, like, what was it? That windbreaker or?
Yeah.
And that thing's high up.
Yeah.
So it accentuated the bag and butt.
Yeah. It was not a good look.
You were doing all kinds of things that night. Like you leaned on the counter in a way that like you're posturing. Or is it postulating?
No, it would be posturing.
Posturing.
Postulating is like thinking out loud.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I mean, your body was thinking out loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was speaking out loud is what I meant to say.
It was talking.
It's talking.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Turn the volume down. What? Dead ass.
Yeah, I got a loud ass. Yeah. Yeah, people hear my ass walking up the sidewalk. Before I even turn the corner, they're like, something's clapping.
You know,
dude, it's going to happen again. I'm sorry.
those pizza...
Dude, I wish I caught that on mic. That was good.
I mean, we might be able to hear it. If I can hear it through the headphones...
Sorry, man.
This
is
what
the
spray
people want.
for you to shit your pants.
Yeah.
In our nice IKEA furniture.
Yeah, I mean, this chair's pad is going to have to be replaced, but it's a bioweapon at this point.
What'd you do over the weekend?
What did I do over the weekend? Oh, boy. How do I not remember what I did over the weekend?
Here, how about this? Car accident? Or did somebody ding her car?
No, it was just a small little bump.
From somebody else?
I don't know that she wants it shared on air. But yeah, it was just a small little bump.
Okay.
It was like non-insurance. No insurance needed. Sort of
Oh,
thing.
okay.
She
Nice,
took
nice,
care
nice,
of it,
nice.
yeah. Fucking riddle me this. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, so the other day, when I got my job, I needed to provide them with my license and passport and social security number, right? For my I-9. So I did all that stuff. And then when I was applying for benefits, because we just get them, but you need to like go through the process of like filling out the application so they have you on file and then can create benefit accounts and whatever. So I filled out to get an HSA, right?
Oh, okay.
And so I have an HSA. I put my address that I was living at as my mailing address, but my billing address was my parents' house because that was the address that I was living at when I set up my bank accounts. So that address is right. Okay.
I gotcha.
My account got flagged because the addresses didn't match.
Yeah.
And now they need a copy of my social security card to be able to give me my money. Right? I didn't even need my social security card to get the fucking job.
Right.
I just needed my number, which I can provide to these people. I mean, okay. Anyway, right? So you would think like an ID that has my picture on it and my face on it and my passport that has my picture and my, you know what I'm saying? It's like has my name and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
And then matches the name on file under the social security number provided by the fucking government would be enough for them to be like, yeah, you're you. But it's not apparently. Right. So I called my mom and I was like, hey mom, really need my social security card because really need access to this money that's actually my money that these people are not letting me have, but also, you know, I need to pay for stuff. Like I haven't been to the doctor in a year because
you got to go check on your Schwanpoofa and your
dude,
ray gun or whatever.
I have another thing to tell you about that was from this weekend. This is something that happened this weekend. So anyway, so then I call the Social Security office in St. Cloud because that's the closest one.
Sure.
Right? And I'm like, hey, really need a new Social Security card. How do I go about doing that? That was the best part. Well done.
I haven't done that in ages.
That was super funny. So
Ooh, all that right in my face.
yeah, you just cupped it with the floofer on the end of the microphone.
Keep going.
Why? What are you doing?
I'm staying in the office. You keep going.
It's that bad, huh? So then I call the Social Security office. First, they fucking hang up on me. Right? I'm already pissed. And then they hang up on me. Then I call them again. Wait for 15 minutes. Phone picks up. I'm like, hello? Phone drops. It's like, oh, God, I'm going to kill somebody. Right? Finally get somebody on the phone. And the lady's like, we are having some serious issues with our phones. Really apologize for that. And I was like, you're really kind. I appreciate you. And then she's like, so what can I help you with? And I'm like, yeah, I really need a new Social Security card because my mom says she lost mine. And I was like, you know, this is not cool. I also need to like access a lot of things. And like having a Social Security card is going to be necessary for a lot of things coming up in the future. So I need it. And I was like, how do I go about doing this? And they're like, well, if offices were open right now, you could come in and we could just get photocopies of your passport and your ID. And then you would just get it sent to you in the mail. But what you need to do is print out this form online and fill the form out. Send your passport to us in the mail. Wait 3 weeks. We'll send the passport back. And then wait 8 weeks and you'll get your Social Security card. And Chris, I have 9 days of pills left.
9 days of pills left. That sounds like a Marshall Mathers album.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
Christ.
That
was so funny. If the offices were open.
Yeah, I was like, and she's like, trust me, we wish they were open. And I was like, thanks. Like, I thank you for the sympathy, but like,
my ponytail's not in your camera, is it?
No.
Okay.
Don't ever ask that again.
My pony?
Yeah. My little pony, my little pony. Do you remember that from Nick? Oh no, you're 1,000 years old.
I know. If Patton Oswalt can know My Little Pony, I think I can know My Little Pony.
No, I meant from the commercials on
on the TV?
Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
they had the My Little Pony action figure commercials.
Yes.
Okay, so when I was in high school, I got something called bursitis. You know what that is?
No.
Okay, so do you know what your bursa sac is? Right. I know.
Am I in an episode of Rick and Morty? What the fuck are you talking about?
I know. Okay, so your bursa sac is... I know, dude, I know.
Your birth sac?
Bursa sac. B-U-R-S-A, right? So your bursa sac is... there. You have like multiple all over your body, and most of them are just in between bones protecting your joints. So like... you know when you hit your funny bone, and then for like a couple days after, there's like a swelling on your elbow? Okay, so I've hit my elbows really hard before then, apparently. But you know, like immediately after you get that swelling.
It's a goose egg.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So that's mild bursitis. That's your bursa sac like filling up with fluid to protect your joint from like getting hurt.
Okay.
So that's what it's there for. It's super tender, obviously.
Yeah.
So when I was in high school, I had bursitis from hockey. I got like hit and my elbow hit the glass on the rink, and my elbow pad had fallen off, and so it hit the glass like directly on the glass when I got checked. And then for like a week after, it was a huge bump, right? So we were at practice again, and I got hit again, and my elbow pad fell off, and it popped my bursa sac in my elbow. Yeah. So now it does this. Do you get grossed out by shit?
No.
You see that floating around in there? Yeah. So that's my bursa sac that no longer exists.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm sitting in
You have a flat bursa sac?
It's a deflated bursa sac for sure. My sac has no fluid in it.
Oh, dude, I just love the idea of you, like, so it happens the one time, you're like, fuck. And then it happens the second time, and you yelling, my bursa sac!
Yeah. I didn't know that's what it was at the time. So I went to the doctor because I'm like, my whole arm is like up. I mean, it's like creeping up. You know, I'm bruising bad. So I went to the team doctor, and he's like, oh, yeah, you have bursitis. And I was like, well, that's...
I never liked the idea of team doctors because when I go to the doctor, I want to go by myself, not with the whole fucking team.
Can you imagine? Everybody's like in there with their gear on. What did he say? Okay, so you ready for this? So remember, in the vein of the diseases I have that all have ridiculous names that are like, it just describes like something very simple.
So funny.
So listen to what it's called when you pop your bursa sac and now you have cartilage and shit floating around in your elbow. You ready?
Yeah.
Osteochondritis dissecans. So somebody's like, hey, man, you want to go play catch? I'm like, no, my osteochondritis dissecans is acting up. And they're like, you're what?
You said you want to bring some Dos Equis?
Yeah, my elbow hurts a little bit. So
It sounds like
That was what I did this
a
weekend.
spell that you would say in Harry Potter.
Osteodissect crowns and get to the skins.
Oh my god. Is that the Half-Blood Prince?
No, he just has bursitis.
Oh my god, it's Jason Bourne.
In the Harry Potter world?
Yeah.
Dude.
The Bourne, what would you call that? What would Jason...
The Bourne Prince?
No, fuck off. They all have like weird... Okay, that was really aggressive. They all have like silly names. All the it's the Bourne Identity, the Bourne Supremacy, the Bourne Ultimatum. What would the Bourne Harry Potter version be?
Yeah.
The Bourne Expelliarmus? No, that's too long.
The Bourne... The Bourne Supremacy.
Yes.
It's always a thing? Okay, so
the Bourne Death Eaters.
yeah, like that.
By the way, the Death Eaters? What the hell was with the Death Eaters? They were Nazis.
How were they constructed again?
The Death Eaters?
Yeah.
They were just followers of Voldemort. They were the Nazis.
Were they the Nazis?
I mean, think about it. They're
You watch-
anti-Muggle, right?
Right.
Buckle up, everybody. They're anti-Muggle, right?
Uh-huh.
They want all the Muggles to die, and then Muggle-born witches and wizards were literally being hunted down and killed.
You
and
just
tortured.
reminded me of something.
I mean, Voldemort is literally Hitler.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Of the wizarding world. He is a wizard.
Hello.
Hi, Amanda.
Yes.
It's me, Chris Duke.
Oh, hey, Chris Duke, what's up?
My friend Alex and I were discussing Harry Potter,
Oh, yeah?
and it reminded me that you are somewhat of a Harry Potter expert.
Okay, hold on. I'm playing Paper Mario. Should I pause my Paper Mario?
Well, no, because it's Paper Mario, but also we really could use your help, so.
How much of my full attention do you need right now?
I mean, can you pause the game? I don't mean to be rude, but also this is Alex.
Yeah.
What's your name, Amanda?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh. Are you Chris's sister?
In-law, yes.
Oh. Hi, Amanda, Chris's sister-in-law.
Oh, hey, hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you. Okay, so anyway, you're a Harry Potter.
Okay.
You are.
A Harry Potter aficionado.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
you went to Hogwarts for 7 years.
Oh, man. I stood in line at Barnes & Noble's for a good chunk of the books.
Yeah, my mom used to do that while I was at baseball practice.
Don't call my sister-in-law old.
I
That is so disrespectful.
How was that? What?
Now, Amanda, I want to know the Death Eaters.
Yeah.
Where did they come from?
Oh,
But like, are you talking about like the things that float and suck your soul out?
No, that's not
Those
Death
aren't
Eaters,
Death
you
Eaters.
fucking poser. Jeez, Chris.
Oh, you're talking about Tim Burton's wife?
Yes, Bellatrix Lestrange
Yes.
and Lucius
Oh.
Malfoy
One
and
of my favorite characters.
Crabbe and Goyle's dads, and yeah, there's just a crap
Okay.
load of death. The guys who wore the bone masks, which, by the way, I was really pissed they got rid of those. Because, like, in the Goblet of Fire, when they show up for the first time and they were wearing literal skull masks, and you're like, okay, these guys are terrifying.
Yeah.
And then they, like, wash them away with the flick of their wand, and, like, Voldemort comes up and he, like, literally waves his fingers in front of their faces, and they all, like, fall over. And you're like,
Well, he's Voldemort. You
I know,
know.
and I like those masks were terrifying, and then later on they were like silver. It's like, what are you doing? Anyway, so Chris is. I brought up that the Death Eaters and Voldemort were the Nazis. Like that's their like the perfect
Yeah.
like symbolism of Nazism.
Well, now that I know what you're
Absolutely.
talking about, I know I agree.
Oh,
But
they're called Dementors.
Dementors.
Yeah.
Where did those things come from?
Azkaban.
Expecto Patronus.
Expecto Patronus.
Patronum. Yeah, sure. I'm not trying to correct you on your spellcasting, but if you said Expecto Patronus, ain't nothing happening.
Nothing.
You're about to lose your soul.
So, okay,
Nothing.
but those things came from Azkaban?
Yeah, so they're the guards of Azkaban.
But who made them?
I don't know. It's like other wizarding world creatures and beings.
I think they were recruited.
Oh.
Were they recruited, are they like lost souls that died at Azkaban and then become Dementors?
Oh, man, that could be a book all by itself.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be a pretty dark Harry Potter book, but Half-Blood Prince was pretty dark.
Okay.
One of my favorites, though.
Yeah, I think it is my favorite, actually.
Another thing that I have been meaning to ask, I keep forgetting every episode, I want to bring it up. Where is Hogwarts? Like, they get to it by train, but they are also passing through a port. So is it another dimension? Or is it someplace that you could find by aeroplane?
Well, no, because remember, it's like shielded by magic. It's like how the
so it is an actual...
it's like Wakanda.
Okay.
Right. And you got to remember, Muggles only see what they want to see as well.
Wow. That was
You know?
super deep because we're all muggles here. Yeah, though. Yeah.
That's very interesting. Okay. So they're all actual physical places. Because they like teleport to like where that like pro Quidditch game.
Yeah, the Quidditch World Cup.
Yeah. They teleport there.
But like it's like the two people the two teams in the Quidditch World Cup are literally like Bulgaria and Ireland. So like they're real.
Oh, that's a good point.
Remember, like the key port that they use, that can be used to go anywhere. It's not just to the magical, World Cup.
Well, yeah. So like,
Quidditch.
don't you have to like set a key port to like go to a particular place, or is it like you literally will it there? Because like I
thought
know
it had to be set up.
Yeah, I thought so too. Because like
intentionally.
flume powder can take you wherever you imagine in your brain, but only
Right.
into
Flu powder, you have to say it.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Diagonally.
I gotta tell you guys, I've never felt like cooler than I have right this minute.
Really?
Pausing Paper Mario to discuss Harry Potter.
Paper Mario.
Hey, I'm a huge Wizarding World fan. I don't. You know what? Since we're in the realm of Harry Potter, let's keep this up here. What do you say? I got more questions. No?
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Hey, so what are your thoughts on the Beast movies?
Oh, I love them.
Okay, I do too. But I just don't like that Johnny Depp plays Grindelwald.
What? Why?
I love Johnny Depp, but like he was too like in my opinion, part of what made the Harry Potter movies great was like it made people who were relative unknowns
Yeah.
like huge. You know what I mean?
He's a
It was
little too mainstream.
right, like he's Jack Sparrow. It's hard to like look at him and not be like, why is the rum always gone? You know?
You got to remember that those people that were in it love Harry Potter. That's the other cool thing about it. Colin Farrell, all those cats were like,
Yeah.
we fucking, it's like they were saying,
Colin Farrell though,
Marvel
rips.
Marvel is happening, yes. But what if we did kind of Marvel in Harry Potter?
I do love the Fantastic Beast. Like that whole storyline is, what's his name? Rupert.
The kid? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, what's his name? It's not
No,
Rupert.
the redhead, like
Yeah, the
actual
main
character.
Yeah, the main character. What's his name again?
I don't even remember his name, but he is
it
just weird enough to pull that off.
Yeah,
perfectly.
yeah, he's that kind of he's like that guy that for sure like didn't really talk to anyone, but
Use your wizard phone. Find out that guy's name.
good
You
point.
know what I really love about that series is the fact that it's set in the U.S. and everybody is super uptight about Muggle and wizard relationships.
Oh,
but
yeah.
yet over in Europe, everybody's all like free and dandy. To,
Well, kind of
Muggle
free
it
and
up.
dandy, except for Grindelwald, who is a dick. And you know what I mean? And is also like kind of rallying an army. Did rally an army.
I actually, I cried in the second one.
Oh, dude, the first one,
At
though?
the end,
At the very end of the first one, when he gets his memory wiped.
Oh, yeah, that was
Bro.
pretty sad.
yeah, that was sad.
Heave cry.
Heave!
I love that. That's our
No,
thing.
when the girlfriend goes with Grindelwald, that's like
Yes.
that's heartbreaking.
I agree.
Yeah.
And his brother, dying to the flame, or not his brother, the other guy succumbing to the flames. People getting swallowed up.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough to watch. It's such a Newt Scamander.
Newt Scamander!
Newt
There we
Scamander.
go.
Newt Scamander. There's some real heavy hitters in
yeah.
this. In this.
The troubled child. Like the.
Dude, that kid is creepy.
Oh,
He's
he plays
good, man.
Flash
Yeah.
in the DC movies.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like Zoe
don't DC
Kravitz is
too
in
much.
it. And, that's I don't know. See, that's to me, I get it. Like I understand like people wanting to be a part of something that they love, but like part of what made Iron Man so great is like I had never heard of Robert Downey Jr. because I was a kid.
I was gonna
And
say
he
that's
was
just
this
'cause he was
estranged.
young.
But he was
I
like
was
this
gonna say,
estranged.
I loved me some RDJ even before that.
I
From
know
when he
that.
was on Ally McBeal. Boom.
Oh, well, there you go. But like, like the beginning of that story, it was just like, it was so, I don't know, like the Harry Potter movies,
I
they
get
were
what
so
you're trying
raw.
to
All the
say.
kids were so
Yeah,
raw. And they
yeah.
were just like, here's this really awesome thing. Now, obviously the books like play a huge role.
Yeah.
in,
Well, you think about another comparison could be like Friends. No one had any idea who those guys were. Those were
Yeah.
unknowns.
Yeah.
Like people, I guess Jennifer Aniston, if you were a fan of Leprechaun.
But was anyone a fan of
I
Leprechaun?
don't think so.
Yeah, I can't imagine they were.
Now, am I remembering this wrong? Is J.K. Rowling releasing new books as well?
I thought I read something about that.
She did the play that was released in a book. So you
Oh.
can get like the manuscript for the play version, which I have read it and it is awesome. And I'm just waiting for it to come on tour, like traveling, because I will be the first one there. It's good.
Well, awesome.
Okay.
Well,
Well, hey.
hey, sis.
Hey!
Thanks for chatting with us. It's fantastic to talk some HP.
Yeah, when we have Harry Potter inquisitive questions, can we?
Phone a friend,
Res-
absolutely.
Resident Harry Potter expert.
Yeah.
Do you have any pictures of yourself on social media wearing Harry Potter glasses and a scar on your forehead by chance?
No, but I will tell you that the remote control for my bedroom TV is a Harry Potter wand. So
Nice. All right. Well, I love you.
love you. Bye.
Bye.
Huh, that was fun, huh?
That was fun. Loved me some Harry Potter.
Yeah.
The most.
She goes deep on a lot of stuff.
I mean, I read the 7th book in 8 hours.
In an hour?
8 hours. When I was in 7th grade.
With 6 other people? At 5 o'clock?
No, it came out. My mom and I got it the day it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom and I were racing to see who could finish it first. And I had baseball practice, so she literally had to stop reading. I made her stop so I could go to baseball practice. And then I came home, and then we finished.
Well, same time next week? I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, sheesh.
No, hey, here. Or wait, did
Hey.
you start last week?
I think I did. Yeah.
What the fuck are we calling this? Brought to you by?
Yeah.
I'll have to make a jingle. It's time for everybody's favorite segment. Brought to you by. All right. This week's episode of Dude Absolutely is brought to you by emasculating butter knives For men.
Those just like butter knives with butterfly handles. I'm confused. That's well done. That's well done.
Thank you.
This episode. This episode of Dude Absolutely is brought to you by Lance Armstrong's Barely Legal Training Wheels. You can almost smell the grade school on them. Okay. That's such a horrifying connotation, but it's such a weirdly not horrible thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good.
It could mean a billion things.
Right.
This episode of Dude Absolutely is brought to you by Oops All Glasses. Jesus fucking Christ, there's so many glasses. I actually wrote that part too.
Oops All Glasses. They're great. Okay, I'm going to ad-lib the beginning part and then read the subtext.
Ah, okay.
This episode of Dude Absolutely is brought to you by Straight to Hell, a video game about confronting your father in the 1700s. That's a really good one. Where did you come up with this shit? A video game. Oh God, that's good. I can't even imagine how shitty that game would be. It would be you would turn it on, and then you would click new game, and then it would just be like, "Son, have you done your chores?" You're like, slam your fists on your log desk, then stand up and pet your horse and finish giving the wheat to the goat, and then turn around and just you're like, "I'm tired of this, Dad," and then it's like game over.
I was thinking that like
that's funny.
Other people are telling you that you need to confront your dad. So like you're going throughout the game, and you know how you can.
So like final boss is your dad.
Like you can
but it's
select
like open world.
Fight so and so. Do you fight or do you talk?
Yeah. So
And-
okay. Yeah.
And instead of talking, you're always choosing fighting.
Okay.
So rather than confronting him emotionally,
You're just fighting everyone else in the
just
world.
fucking duke it out.
Okay, that's pretty funny. I like it.
Will you?
But
confront
everyone's
your
wearing
dad?
like knickers and like is dressed in 1700s garb.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
funny. All right, well done.
Thanks.
Oh, this is a long one. I'm excited for this. That's what she said.
This episode of Dude Absolutely is brought to you by Kangaroo Jack 2, Man Overboard, featuring Eugene Levy and a fucking kangaroo.
It's not your best, but that's good. That's pretty good. That's pretty
Better
good.
than Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, it is a lot better than Cheese Whiz. Cheese Whiz was like a last ditch effort to.
Yeah.
I don't even know how do I pitch this one. All right. This episode of Dude Absolutely is brought to you by teeny tiny telephone poles. Who you calling, Pipsqueak?
Wow, that was a really good pitch.
Thank you.
I like it. That one, I was like, as I was driving, I was like, there's so many fucking telephone poles.
Teeny tiny telephone.
And I thought, God damn it, it'd be funny. And like the commercial for it being somebody like, reception's not great, but there's a lot of them. I
just imagine, like, say Save money on your dog fence as well as your telephone bill with teeny tiny telephone poles. Now you could keep your dogs in line and your calls online. What?
Whew.
See, like the voice that I do for it is the Sports Center voice.
I know.
But like that's really my best pitch voice.
It is a good pitch voice. How about this?
Yeah.
I've never. Well, I take that back. I have pitched things before.
Okay.
Have you ever pitched like an idea?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. At my old job in marketing, we all were like responsible for generating all kinds of ideas and stuff. That was like part of our job responsibility was like generating. And so I had to like literally put together pitches and shit and then like pitch one to my boss. Be like, got an idea for... Actually, I had a fucking brilliant idea for something that like we couldn't make happen. But actually, like right now would be more brilliant than ever. And if this is a good enough idea, we're cutting this shit.
Okay.
I don't want this to be that public. I still own the domain name for it.
Oh.
It's called PongChamp.
PongChamp.
Yeah, PongChamp, where it's like countrywide international beer pong against other people.
Okay.
But you literally just like hop onto the app on your phone and you turn the camera on and you set it up like the camera like facing the cups.
Yeah.
And then you like throw into the cups and then the other team is also doing it at the same time. But they could be in another state at another college or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so like you can still play beer pong like with whatever. And then just the idea was like to make it into like a social media thing kind of, you know. So like basically it would be like, you know, they'd have like a top 10 like trick shots of the day or whatever. And then you would like clip them and stuff and you could like people like moderators would be there to watch to like make sure people weren't cheating. You would like set up matches against like, you know, if you're like in a frat and you want to like play a frat at like a sister school or whatever.
Okay.
You know, and you would like do that. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good idea.
I mean, couldn't you just FaceTime?
So our thing was it was like less about the video itself and more about like the community that you would build for it. So it's like the promotion that you would give for like beer companies would be like through the roof. Like Keystone Light would jump on that in a heartbeat, you know, like just to like have Keystone in the background. And like it would be like the One Bite app that Dave Portnoy has from Barstool where like he goes on and like reviews pizza and then other people can like post their reviews of the same pizza places. And like it just gets people talking about the pizza and it's free advertising for those pizza places, you know. But I don't know.
What about
that was like I had to like put together like a business plan, like all that shit and pitch it.
Yeah, what about, you know how Pokemon Go, you have the like you can do the I forget what it's called. AR mode is what it's called.
Yeah, I'm just saying like
so like you can do it where it's more like a video game or your camera activates and as you move around you find the Pokemon and then you throw your Pokeball at it. What if for your beer pong idea it analyzes the table and has virtual cups, and the ping pong is a virtual pong that you toss, kakonk. Then that way you can play it even if you're not drinking.
Yeah.
Because people love that motion.
Yeah.
There's such stupid games that people play simply because that motion for some reason is something that people like to do.
Yeah, I mean, you could have like the play. Yeah, you could like combine the two ideas together.
Exactly.
And, like,
so you have the two options. You have the version where it's just the video and people have their actual cup set up. Or they have the virtual option where like if you're commuting to work, you know, on a bus or something.
Yes, queen.
Then you can fucking...
Right. Yeah, I like that. I mean, this was just to answer your question if I ever pitched something before.
Yeah, I like the idea. I say you do it and do both of them. Do the virtual version and the video version.
I like that too. All right. So to your question though.
I pitched one time.
Yes.
Because I've done like photography and video shit forever,
Yes.
every job that I've had, somebody always brings that up. Well, you're creative. You should. And I got really excited one time because I had a fucking great idea when I was working for this paper company.
Okay.
They made cardboard paper. So it's the stuff that, flute and makes the cardboard boxes.
Yep.
So my idea was, because their commercials were very like industry, and I had heard them say that they wanted to reach not just, these companies that have been around for a long time and they know they're going to buy cardboard. They want to get, other people thinking about it.
They want to get all the kids that are out there just buying cardboard.
Yeah, so my idea was...
I got shook off so hard there. I am concussed. The whiplash. Wow. Go ahead, though.
So my idea was more than a box. And the commercial would be, it can be a dance floor. And you have like the little, like, in films that where you like outline dance moves, like where your feet go.
Yeah.
And it'd be like a dad and his daughter, like, learning a dance. It can be a spaceship, and then you have a kid inside of a box, that looks like it's going to rocket off into space. So like I had all of these different concepts to make it feel like, oh wow, box does bring all of these like great things. And so my dad was like, yeah, you should pitch it to our marketing guy. My dad worked there too. I was like, sick, sounds good. And then I go to him, I start pitching, and he goes, we don't make the boxes. And I was like, we don't? No, we make the paper and put the coating on it. So you're thinking more of like the end user? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. And he goes, huh, great. I think that's, we could do something with that. And I was like, oh my God. Like immediately he was just like, this is not the right house. You're looking for Steve 2 doors over, and you fucked up, dude. And basically, like, because my dad was like kind of higher up, like he runs that plant now.
Okay.
But so I'm like, God damn it, that sucked. And then I was like, he knows that. Why would my dad send me into that fucking meeting? And so I go to him.
Yeah.
And I go, hey, what happened? He was like, oh, you just seem so excited about it. It's like, yeah, but it's the wrong thing.
Not excited now, Dad. Very not cool.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. That's funny. I mean, it's not that funny, but
I went into Domino's and asked for a blizzard is basically what happened. You got the D right. I mean, we both start with a D, but that's it.
You walked into Taco Bell with an application to work at Domino's. And they were like...
All of my other pitches go really well.
Do they?
Pitching tents, pitching softballs.
Are you a slow pitch softball kind of guy?
Slow for sure.
Yeah.
Heavy on the sleigh. Do you have a premise this week?
I do. I'm really, really excited about this prem.
Awesome.
This is my.
Oh, I forgot.
No,
right before we do that.
All right.
When I poo, semen comes out.
Oh yeah, you were going to talk about that.
Yeah. So just so you guys know, that happens sometimes. If you're pushing really hard to take a shit, sometimes a little CC comes out.
A little CC?
Yeah, a little CC.
Why don't you call it a little Caesars?
A little Caesars. Little Caesars comes out. And it's totally normal. Totally natural. Dr. Drew says so. But basically, I take such, like, solid shits that it presses on my prost on the way out. It's like when you open up a super glue cap and some comes out every time. Like, yeah, fuck. I also get it on my hands every time.
I was just doing what you do.
Yeah. No, I got it.
Where you're in the middle of a story.
Yeah, but I stopped. You got to be quicker. The thing.
Yeah, your fucking internet sucks. That's not on me.
Were you using Wi-Fi?
No, it's on me. It's not on Wi-Fi. No, yeah. So Chris creams himself when he poops, which says a lot about you.
A little squeaming.
Yeah. Says a lot about you. So does that mean that you need to eat more fiber?
Less rocks is what I need to. It's fucking boulders.
Gotta stop digging into granite when I get home.
Beirut out my butthole.
Beirut. Speaking of Beirut, did you see the video from Beirut, Lebanon, like a couple days ago?
The mushroom cloud thing?
Yeah.
That's why I was making that horrible joke. But
did you hear what they said it was from?
Yeah.
There was like a firecracker storage facility.
Well, firecracker is...
Yeah. Okay.
It's not... Well, no. It's the...
They don't mean like TNT Cub Foods parking lot firecrackers? Because you can't buy those there.
Well, the main combustible was this... God damn it.
Was it fucking weed, dude?
Was it those nugs that I got from Daryl?
Dude, turn that shit on fire, dude. What'd you just say?
But anyways.
Yeah.
There was a chemical that was all over the place in that facility.
So it's like in the old movies where they would like pour like gunpowder on the ground and then you'd light the gunpowder and it was just like
yeah.
Except it was far more explosive because it wasn't gunpowder, and this ain't the 1700s, and you ain't trying to confront your fire.
God, I wish I could remember that was a good callback, by the way.
Thank you.
Took me a second to process for some reason because I'm so slow.
So dumb.
What caused...
Oh, we don't need to get into it.
Beirut explosion. Good Lord.
Have you seen the video of the guy who fills a cement truck?
Ammonium.
Oh, God.
Ammonium nitrate.
Yeah, that's...
all up in that bitch.
Yeah, that's real bad. Have you seen the video of the guy who... He's literally from Elk River. This is like national news. This fucking idiot. It's actually like kind of cool, but also like what a dipshit. This guy literally fills a cement truck with tannerite. You know what tannerite is?
Mm-mm.
Tannerite is like this explosive compound that they use for like long range target shooting. So like when you hit the target, it explodes. So you can see that you hit it, right? This guy filled a cement truck with tannerite and set it off, and literally it tipped off in Elk River, the nuclear power plant. The Richter scales in there were like,
oh my God.
Literally shut the plant down because they were like, we can't, if there's an earthquake, they can't operate.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, so the guy's like on video and he's like, yeah, so it's pretty tight actually when it happened, but he was like gonna go to jail for 2 years. Dude, it's wild. I'll pull up the video. Like, it's insane how big this explosion is. This truck is gone afterwards.
Man.
Yeah, and so like now you need, it's like Sudafed now. Like you can only buy a certain amount. Tannerite.
That's so funny. Like to think about like from the legal perspective, FBI being like, how the fuck did he get a hold of all that tannerite? Oh, anybody can buy it.
Yeah.
Anyone can buy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy's like...
His short stint in jail ended early.
That
but the
guy?
trouble facing 30-year-old Brian Childs is far
that Will
from
Sasso?
over. 3 serious felonies hang over his head involving a powerful homemade bomb detonated on Childs' property last Sunday. The blast, captured on home videotape by a friend of Childs, has people talking from the streets of Red Wing to the Office of Homeland Security in Washington, D.C.
Our phone ring 24 hours a day in the last few days, and we are surprised, that has been blown so much out of proportion.
I can't even call it a mistake. It was just more of a bad decision, possibly.
Child's family and authorities say one reason the story has received so much attention is because the bomb set off a high alert at the nearby Prairie Island nuclear power plant.
Oh,
Another may be that the
I know that power
explosives were
plant.
purchased over the internet, available to anyone, including those with more sinister motives.
That you could order up 100 pounds of it.
wow.
Yeah, dude. That explosion is wild.
I almost worked at that plant.
What?
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
Is that guy? That's the guy, though. Oh my god!
Isn't that funny?
That's so funny.
That's one of my favorite videos.
Like just playing cribbage with somebody. Oh, what do you like doing, Alan? Oh, I love blowing shit up. Oh, that sounds nice. Such a chill looking dude.
this is that. So, Alan, what are you doing tonight?
You know, I got a cement truck.
No shit. What are you gonna do with that?
That blown up.
Really?
Yeah.
With what?
Oh, you ever heard tannerite?
I have. I have some in my garage. You tell me I can blow up a cement truck with it?
Yeah. Do you want to come with me?
Of course. By the way, I got 15 too.
Nice.
Thanks. All right. Is it time for prems? Dude.
I listened to. I haven't listened to a full episode with the Pikachu thing.
Yeah.
It is loud.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I gotta turn it down for this one.
Okay.
Sorry about last episode, guys. That was aggressive.
It's Pikachu!
It's the
I've been watching a lot of like survival TV shows for some reason. Like I've been watching the show Alone. Have you ever seen that?
Just started.
Banger of a show. Really, really good. I love it. I think it's fascinating. But the all-time like Mac Daddy of survival shows is Survivor Man. Did you ever watch Survivor Man? Okay.
So wait, Survivor Man?
Survivor Man.
I thought you were saying Survivor Man.
No, Survivor Man with Les Stroud. Les Stroud, I think is his name.
Sounds like a Nazi colonel.
He's a Canadian guy, and his whole thing is like they drop him off in some remote place, and he has to survive for a week with like only a couple tools, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And every episode, without fucking fail, Les says some completely outlandish shit that no other human being would consider at all normal. And he just brushes by it like it's nothing. And it happens multiple times an episode. And every time I get caught like gut laughing with my jaw on the floor because it's like both shocking and hilarious. I was watching an episode a couple days ago and he like he's like climbing this mountain and he's like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. And he's like got the camera and it's facing him. And he's like, you guys, you're not going to believe this. And so you're thinking like, is there a fucking tiger? You know, like what is, and he's like, I found some wild cucumbers. And you're like, what? Okay. So then he bends down and he pulls these things out of the ground. And they're literally these white, like, little roots. They're like this big around. They look like shit, right? They look horrible. And he's like, this is one of the best finds I've ever had on the show. I'm like, Les, like, come on, man. He, like, takes a bite out of it. And he's like, that is outstanding.
Is that the guy that would set the camera up, walk, and then go back and
yeah,
get
because he doesn't have a film crew. Yeah. So like this dude is on the face of a mountain, just absolutely in hog heaven because he's eating roots from plants that nobody's ever seen before, and he's can't get enough of it. Can't get enough of it. So one of the episodes that I saw, he's like in this remote island kind of in the Caribbean, and the island itself like 100 years ago was heavily farmed, right? So like it's tropical and there's mountains and shit everywhere, but there's these huge openings where like farmers used to have their crop, and they would farm like coconuts and mangoes and lemons and limes and bananas, all kinds of shit, right?
Okay.
And so Les is like walking through the woods, and he's like, "Oh my God, is that a coconut?" And so he like walks up to this coconut, and it is black, rotten, like so rotten, right? And he's like, "I could not be happier. You guys check this out." And he like chops it open, and it's like perfectly good on the inside. And he's like, "This is amazing." And so he's just like mowing down this coconut, right? It's like oozing slime. It's so rotten. But like the inside is like fine, you know? You're like, okay, good for you, Les. I can't believe you. It's like, I mean, you got to be in the lowest of the lows. But then he like finds mangoes and lemons and all kinds of shit. And he's just like eating delicious fruits, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like pretty happy about it, you know? And then like 5 minutes later, he finds a fucking root. And he's like, "This is one of the most delicious things I've ever eaten on this show." And you're like, that isn't true. 40 minutes ago in real time, you were eating fresh mangoes off of trees. It's lunacy.
That's really funny.
Yeah. So there's that, right? But the other side of the whole Survivor Man narrative that like I want to explore is like just the theme itself of the show, in that like multiple episodes this has happened, right? Where like he starts the episode and he's like full blown selfie mode with the camera, you know? And he's like, "All right, guys, time to get started. You know, the key to survival is the 3 stages of evaluating your surroundings. You know, there's your immediate surroundings, and those are the things that you have, and then there's whatever." So he's like goes through these 3 stages in every episode. It's like the first episode is like, what do I have? Second episode is like, what's in my immediate area? And then third, or did I say episode? Second step, and then third step is like him evaluating the entire place that he's got, and that's like how he finds what he can use to survive.
Okay.
And like he's like got the camera, and then he's like goes like this, and you're like, what? And he flips the camera around, and there's a bunch of people that live on the other side of this island. It's their home. It is their home. And this guy's like, "All right, there goes the last of civilization, you know, and here I'm going to survive." These people are literally surviving every day on this fucking island. It's so funny, dude. Oh, God, it gets me. And it's not every episode is like that, but a lot of them. There's like people dropping him off, and they're like waving, and he's like, "Bye, see ya," you know? You're like, dude, this is so insulting. These people have to live here because they can't get away because their entire life is here and they don't have the money to leave. and you're flying a private helicopter in from Canada. Oh. And then they're boating you out to the most remote part of their homeland so that you can make money. More money than any of them have ever made in their entire lives. Filming yourself living there in their homeland for 5 days.
Dude, there is such an awesome opportunity there for you to go. That's like somebody from Edina driving up to Malacca and recording the whole thing. I don't know if I'm going to make it out here.
Where's the cake?
Like making fun of like some nice town going to some shit
for
town.
Sure. Yeah, it's like somebody from New York going to Ames, Iowa. Dude, it's insane.
Oh, that's fucking great, dude.
I was like, I could not stop thinking about it. It was like 2 hours.
I love dry humor shit like that because for people watching, they don't see like the funny side of it. They just are like,
"Oh, the show?
Good for you, Les. You're doing."
Yeah, exactly, dude. And like I'm sitting there just dying because he's literally waving to natives.
Because the editor chose to keep that in.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and it's called Survivor Man. You're supposed to be alone. They literally chose to actively not make him alone in the beginning to show the people that live where he's surviving. It just, God, it's so layered. Like,
yeah,
just the complete like ignorance
Yeah.
that it takes to be like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to live out here for 5 days. This dude lived here for 25 fucking years.
Oh, God.
And like the technology that he gets out there is always really actually pretty interesting. But he always like opts to like hitch or like talk about in like with the most high regard the most simple tools that he has. That
Okay.
he brings. He's like, this pocket knife is worth more than anything I could possibly have with me, right? And he'll be like very serious about it and explain all the reasons why it's so valuable to him.
Yeah.
And then like right after that, he'll be like, I need to get some water. But the only water that's accessible on this island is literally a shit-filled puddle. And I will die if I drink it. But thank God I have this straw that eliminates all bacteria. And then he just leans down and sucks through this straw he's got around his neck and is drinking the lifeblood that is keeping him alive. And then he's like back to it like, by the way, this Swiss Army knife though, sick. It can cut bamboo.
And when you're bored, it doubles as a tech deck.
God, it gets me every time. What season of Alone are you watching? Are you watching the one on Netflix?
I just started. Yeah.
Because it's on Hulu too. So
Oh.
yeah, there's like 5 seasons on Hulu, but the season that's on Netflix is so good, bro.
I just started and I fell asleep.
Did you see the whole first episode, or did
No.
you? Okay.
I saw the one lady who like finds mushrooms, and she's like, "Oh, but you got to be careful. Look at this mouse poop on here.
Yeah.
I'm almost gonna throw up." Like, you're a survivalist, and a little bit of mouse poo on a mushroom.
Well, just knowing that like this is my food.
But she doesn't have to eat it.
Yeah, she does.
No, there's other things.
I know, but
there's also other mushrooms. She chose.
Oh, she said in that episode, she explains that all the mushrooms have shit on them. Those were the ones. Those were the ones with the least amount of shit. But like mushrooms are so high in calories, and I think there's fat in mushrooms actually.
Yeah.
Which
is that like a bidet for mice? It's mushrooms?
No, it's like a trampoline. They just there's just poop all over their butts all the time. So they're doing butt bombs on the mushrooms and bouncing between them like Mario style.
Hey, Gerald, look at those simpletons shitting on the ground.
Yeah, dude, I love that show, man. There's who's your have you met everybody so far? Okay.
I fell asleep pretty quickly. I was eating Pop-Tarts.
And that'll... Yeah.
And as we all know,
right,
Pop-Tarts kill brain cells.
Right.
So I think we talked about this, well, not exactly this,
fucking probably, dude.
Wanting something up your ass is not inherently gay.
Oh, yeah, you talked about this last week, yeah.
Wanting a dick up your ass
is gay. Right.
And so wanting something up your ass is not inherently gay. And I know that because my mom has been up my dad's ass for 30 years.
Well done.
Thank you.
Wow.
I know. I was super excited about that.
That's a great fucking punchline, dude. Holy shit, Chris. Hey, let's get some fucking claps in the chat for Chris. That, Chris, I think is the best joke we've had on the show so far. That's just a really... You need every fucking word for that joke to work.
Yeah.
That was so good.
And I thought about like...
Good job. Well done.
I thought about how...
That joke is perfect. That's not even a premise. That's just done.
It works for everyone.
You can expand on the premise part too.
But yeah, I thought about like how every age range that hits, you laugh at it either because you're young and you're like, that's such a stupid like dad joke.
Yeah.
Or
you're married and you're like, he's fucking right. Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Really well done. That's a great joke. I'm legitimately so proud of you. That is such a good joke. Holy shit, man. That got me really good.
The other idea that I had was
no.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
All right, I'll save it.
Yeah. Oh, is it in line with the same?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's like a totally different.
Totally different thing.
Okay. I just think for the purpose of letting us marinate and how fucking good that joke was. Plus you can like double back and talk about the like setup as a premise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like the setup is very good. The punchline is excellent. And then you almost like as a tag to that joke, like you can do some tags if you want to, but you could follow that joke, double back and hit the premise again. I don't know, dude. That's so good. Jeez.
Thanks, man. So, did you ever make that Gmail account?
Fucking yeah, I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I forgot the password. And now Google's like, I don't think so, man. I have it saved on my laptop, so I'll pull it up and then I will send you the login info for it so that.
why?
Why?
Yeah, why do I need it?
Chris, I've had responsibility for one day and I already fucked it up. That's why. Jesus. So, yeah, we do have a Facebook page, so follow us.
Yeah. It threw me off at first because you had said group at first. Right. So when I liked it, I was like, it didn't even register that I was like, the join group button and the like button in my brain was the same thing.
Is it a group?
No, it's a page.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what I was saying was like,
right.
Threw me off at first.
Yeah, no. So we do have a page. You can find us if you just type in on Facebook. If you just do the @Dude Absolutely, I think it shows up as
Dude
just,
Absolutely Podcast.
Well, the page is Dude Absolutely Podcast, but I think if you just type in the @ symbol and Dude Absolutely, it should pull you right to our page.
Oh,
because I think we're the only one which is so awesome.
Yeah.
We will have a Twitter soon. I'm gonna get that going. Again, hit us up at dudeabsolutely@gmail.com as long as fucking Gmail lets us into our email address. Chris, you can do a little overlay on the editing and just say like yes or no, this has not been fixed. And,
sure. Yeah.
For next week's premises, like, you know.
You mean
not premises, the brought to you bys.
Yeah, brought to you bys.
I mean, this week was good. Chris came up with 6 new ones this week. They were really solid, but I very much look forward to hearing other people's. Also, I wanted to give a shout out quick to, and maybe they're still listening, maybe they're not, but some random person that Caitlin met at some place was like, she was like out to dinner with a friend or something, and the person was like, oh yeah, dude, my friend like told me to watch that show.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I was like, who's your friend? To Caitlin, like, who the hell's their friend? And she's like, we don't know that person. So somebody random found us.
Wow.
So shout out to all the people that listen to this show and share it and make others who we don't even know aware of the content.
Yeah.
And then, no offense to the people who we do know and love, but like extra shouts out to the people that have never met us.
Yeah.
And still listen to our show.
Like those people in Japan.
Very cool.
100 people this year. Or since April.
Yeah. So exciting.
It's insane.
Super cool. Also, and you kind of made a post about this, and you just kind of like shouted out a price.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know.
That's based on clicks per... yada yada.
Okay, so we would make more than.
So if
it was because it says starting at.
Right. So if we get more than if we get X amount of downloads, it's supposed.
I don't mean to be a dick, but you should just start with a flat rate.
Oh well, so with the people that have jumped on board, it's been the same. So unless shit changes.
So do we have sponsors now? Or you do?
I mean, we do.
Are we going to do any ads? Because that I'm really excited for.
You want to do it?
Here's why. Yes.
Have you been? The only reason I didn't include you is because I don't know if you've been to either of them.
Are they like restaurants?
Los Ortiz's in Becker?
No, I haven't.
Modified tattoo and piercing?
No, but look at your stuff.
Scoosh, scoosh.
Would they? Hey, if we push them, you think maybe they'd knock some gaish off the total for me to get
for you to get a tattoo?
For me, I have like 4 in mind, but their tattoos just get so expensive. I have the one, and it's in like old American style.
Well, here, let's do this pitch. Of all of the tattoo shops that I've been to, they are hands down the most reasonably priced.
Really?
Like, not even close. And this is all shit that, like, I put out on the front. They're all on my arms. I have tattoos elsewhere, but, like, the big ones, the important ones are out in the open and nowhere near the amount that my friends have paid for tattoos.
That's awesome. And also, I mean, just to speak to the artwork itself, okay, people who don't have tattoos have a really hard time envisioning how a tattoo would fit on them and why.
Yeah.
And then you hear people who do have tattoos use the phrase like your body's a canvas, you know?
Yeah.
And that both lines of thought are totally valid. But one thing about a tattoo that must happen in order for it to fit the my body's a canvas narrative is it can't look like 4-year-old finger paint. And you have some fantastic pieces of art on your body. I mean, I don't know which specifically came from Modify, but you don't...
All of them except for this Max. And this...
So your Littlefoot...
Yeah, Littlefoot came from there.
Okay, I want to be clear. I knew that was Littlefoot. I've never talked to you about Littlefoot before.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you have beautiful art on your body, and half of the reason that you get a tattoo is because of the beautiful art. Yeah, I would say half the reason. The other half is because of what it means to you.
You know what else these cats do?
What's that?
The very first tattoo that from our family, Landon wanted 50 cents G unit on his back. They did a big no.
I was like, no shit.
Kim wanted to do a cover-up piece of a tattoo that went wrong because the tattoo artist decided to do his own fucking thing halfway into the tattoo, and she went in and Josh right on the spot just drew with markers all over and instantly made her feel better. So they have no shame in covering up shit tattoos.
You got some nasty ass tats that you want to get taken care of? Go to Modified Tattoo.
They cover that shit up.
You want to get a tattoo because it's your first time and you're not really sure about going to a tattoo parlor. You don't. I mean, it's a new environment and you're not really that comfortable with it. Go to Modified Tattoo. They take good care of their customers and themselves by wearing masks, by being very clean, by going above and beyond for the customer.
I always forget this. They don't just do tattoos. They also do piercings.
They do piercings. I was just going to say. And finally, if you're interested in piercing, they do that as well. So
you got your belly button pierced there, right?
No, my nipple.
Oh.
Yeah. And actually, I was
your nipples just hang so low that I thought it was your belly button.
Well, I was going to get my urethra tattooed, but
urethra tattooed?
Yeah. Pierced. How funny would it be to like literally have them tattoo your urethra? I would put snake eyes on the sides of my penis.
I like it.
But I wanted to get a tattoo of my dog's paw. The dog that passed away. And then get the big guy underneath it because he was...
Jesus Christ?
No.
Oh.
Tucker. The dog. I called him the big guy. So I want to get the big guy tattooed underneath it in his... So when we were growing up, my mom would sign cards as Tucker with like his handwriting.
Yeah.
You know?
With his paw writing.
Well, she would do a paw and then she would write like Tucker, but she would write it all horribly.
I'm saying his handwriting is paw writing.
Okay, yes. So I wanted to get either his name or the big guy in the same handwriting. So I would have my mom write it with her left hand.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. And she would like write some of the letters backwards and stuff. It just reminded me like of like how Tigger would write, basically.
Yeah.
You know? So I want to get that. And then The one that's like really kind of still in question is like I wanted to do the pineapple with my glasses on it. I've told you about that, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So I want to do the pineapple with my glasses on it and a mustache on the
Oh, I like it.
So the pineapple is like in Polynesian culture, they would like I don't even know if they still do this, but I know they used to. They would like gift people pineapples to like say like our home is your home. That was like their way of saying like welcome home, even though they're travelers and they're visiting. They would say like welcome home. This is your home away from home. So I wanted to get a tattoo with my glasses and my mustache on it to be like home is wherever I am. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
It's like for a long time I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. I wasn't comfortable being me, but it's like the more I've embraced myself and like who I am, the more at home I feel everywhere.
Yeah. Do you think those people were actually like, what are we going to do with all these fucking pineapples?
For sure. Like, this is the only fucking thing that'll get us any silk, so let's just be real generous. Yeah, so I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff I want to do, but I also want to be like really methodical about it. And, you know, I got this weird body that I need to like get into shape, and I'm worried that like if I do get into shape and stuff stretches, it's going to look really weird because of like the designs themselves.
Sure.
Anyway, we're talking. Now we're just having a conversation.
Yeah, that's a conversation. Do you know how much people pay for this kind of advertisement? A lot.
Really?
Yeah, where it's called natural integration.
No, I know
what
what
I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's called. Is it natural integration?
Something like that.
I mean, I had it up.
Is it topical integration?
That's what it is. Topical integration.
Yeah. So that it just comes up naturally,
right?
Which is legit because I've talked about these guys for before they were a sponsor. Yeah,
and
good fucking people.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'll definitely swing by there and just introduce myself, say hello, get to know them. I also like that too. Like
don't swing by because it's a pandy and you can't.
No, that you know what I'm saying. Like I would set up an appointment, introduce myself, say hello, like.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what to like get to know them. Bring my ideas to them, then be like, yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to work because you got that fucking rib cage, you know? But,
you know how Marilyn Manson took out 2 ribs to Saga's on deck? Well, I took out 2 ribs because I'm gaining a lot of weight.
You know, Marilyn Manson got ribs removed so he could blow his own horn, dude? I got Marilyn Manson's ribs put into my ribs, dude. I have extra ribs. Which is like twofold because like anytime I'm at fucking Famous Dave's, I'm like, yo, bring the extra ribs.
Dude, that would be a great. Have you heard of the Hard Times? It's like the Onion.
Yeah. The hardtimes.net.
Yeah. That would be a great like Marilyn Manson's fallen on hard times, so he's auctioning off the 2 ribs that he removed.
That's funny. Or, yeah, that's funnier than what I was gonna say. So, dude, Marilyn Manson. Scary.
Yeah. But also like so cool.
So revolutionary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's loved by everybody.
Yeah. He's a genuinely good person.
Yeah.
His Bill O'Reilly interview, have you seen that?
Yeah.
Bro. Bill got shook. Wow, dude. Like Marilyn Manson walked into Bill O'Reilly's studio. He was like, hi, Bill. And then Bill was like, you are the spawn of Satan. And he was like, no, you are, actually. And he's like, this is the O'Reilly Factor. This is my show. I can talk how I want. And he's like, well, you're lying. And also, you're an idiot. So I love when that happens.
Yeah.
When, like the pompous asshole is like, oh, I'm going to grill this person. I love that Marilyn Manson and Bill O'Reilly clip. It's so good.
Legendary.
I also love the Jon Stewart ones too. Those are really good, dude.
Did you ever watch the debate between those two?
Yeah. Jon Stewart crushed him.
Yeah.
I love Jon Stewart, dude. He's the man. He's a great human being, dude. It's like still fighting for the firefighters from 9/11, and I don't know why I said it in that fucking voice. Because it's actually a really good thing.
Also,
all the way here in California, we recognize Jon Stewart.
Yeah,
as the greatest.
Dude, nobody's like ever hosted a show like about politics that I was like, right on, ever. And like then I started watching The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, and like Trevor Noah's like sick, you know? But like Jon Stewart was like fucking ill, dude. Like that guy had, first of all, like his like points and shit were like really like on point, you know? And then like also he's just had this like really rad attitude where like people would come on and they'd be like, "What's up, John?" And he'd be like, "Dude, sup for sure." And then like, you know, they'd talk about like real shit instead of just like fucking, you know. How'd I do?
Good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a character I could play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like, one look at me without the glasses on and you're like, oh, that's how he talks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude. So I was like, so like me and there was like 4 chicks, right? And then
Here's me without the glasses.
can you imagine if you're natural?
What?
Oh God.
It's my favorite thing to do to people. Do people ask you to try on your glasses?
Yeah.
That's always funny.
It always.
So every time they do that, or like, what do you look like without your glasses on? I go cross-eyed.
Cross-eyed?
I'm going to Photoshop a bunch of gang members with cross eyes now.
Do like the Onyx album cover.
Oh, yeah,
From Back to Fuck Up, the album. The one that has Slam on it. By the way, some people think that because just because I'm dressed this way, that like I don't.
You hipster?
Yeah, that like I'm a hipster and like I listen to like only like Post Malone and G-Eazy and shit, and like then when I like drop like Back to Fuck Up by Onyx, people are like, "How the fuck does he know about that?" It's like that's the music I listen to, man.
You look like you support your feminist girlfriend in not shaving her legs. That's the kind of vibe.
Dude, I was thinking of some bangers I could use against you today, and then I didn't use any of them. And I've got some good ones.
Is it because we did the thing?
No.
When Kim was...
What the hell are you talking about?
Because we were
it was
doing
like
the
that.
Star Wars.
Yeah. I was just
Star
like,
Wars
that
rippers.
like prompted me to think of it. Yes, you're exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking like, you look like bleached overalls had sex with Converse All-Stars.
We're in the leftover bin that's like $2, but it's got a bunch of markdowns on it.
Yeah.
For the prices they tried to sell it for.
Right. And then there's like that final red sticker that says free 99 on it. Yeah.
You look like you get asked if you work at Journeys everywhere you go. Hey, do you work at Journeys? We're at Awake, man. What size?
But honestly, like, what can I get you from the back? Yeah, you look like this is kind of another podcast bit, but I don't fucking care. This is fun. You look like when you were a kid, you took the purple popsicle to be edgy because you didn't want to be like everyone else. You were hipster emo before it was hipster emo.
You look like, as a Boy Scout, your first badge was in not showering.
That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your life story, unlike most people that I know, your life story is so easily summed up by the way you look. You are so obviously an ex-Mormon boy that fell so headfirst into emo music and not liking Jesus that he started his own photography company. That's who you are.
You put on no-show socks just to make pizza.
That's pretty good. pretty good. It like hits in waves. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You are a dad that still wants to be cool to the point that you'll wear a My Chemical Romance shirt and the New Balance Dad 4.0s. The All Blacks. You know what I mean? You are a couple of games a catch away from throwing out your back so bad that you're getting Velcro shoes.
Oh, wow. I have said that if...
I know.
The funny thing is I say if I could get Velcro shoes, I would. They're out there.
Yeah.
I just don't want to give that ground yet.
Yeah, but it's going to happen soon. I feel it.
You look like you own a bunch of watches but don't know how to tell time.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good. You look like you practiced making out on your mirror so much that you gave yourself a cold.
A cold or a cold sore?
A cold. You got sick from the bacteria because every day you made out with your mirror.
I see.
Yeah.
I'd give it'd be like a quick one at first. Be like, all right, I gotta go to school.
Yeah.
And then I'd just start making out with the mirror.
Right. No, what you would do is you would walk up to the mirror, you'd give it a peck, and then you'd like turn to walk out of the bathroom, and then you would double take yourself in the mirror. And then you would dive into the mirror and start making out with it. You look like you practiced how to finger girls on old payphones.
Yeah.
Or damn it, this would have been better.
No, that actually works.
You looked like you practiced fingering girls on gumball machines.
There you go.
That's who you are.
I like that. And then I got my finger stuck.
Yeah.
And people are like, "What are you doing?"
Hey guys, check it out.
And I was
sick.
I was so neurotic that instead of saying I was trying to get a gumball, I was like, "I was fingering the gumball machine." I could have gotten away with. You're just stealing gumballs.
And you're also the same guy that like you would then go right to the vending machine. You'd be like, "Guys, I'm fisting the vending machine." Hey Tanner, it's your girlfriend.
Hey, my fist, her box.
We're the fucking Doritos.
Dude, one time I reached into a vending machine, touched a mouse. Like my Kit Kat had dropped, and then...
That's gross.
I was like, oh!
No more you look likes? Fine.
You look like if a camel had sex with a...
Oh my God.
And then...
We recommend wearing disposable gloves while performing this task.
Because he's got a huge dick. Or, fuck me.
One more time?
She's got a huge dick, is
there
what
you
I was
go.
going to say. Fuck. Anyway, you look like the... you look like you got a guitar at a Savers, and the first song you learned was the SpongeBob theme song.
Ooh, that is something I would do.
Yeah.
You look like you would lay down underneath an ice cream truck, open your mouth under the exhaust because you thought ice cream juice came out of the exhaust.
Oh my God. That's really bad, you guys. Super hot. Yeah. You look like you did self-harm in 8th grade by sticking your penis in mouse traps. Oh. I'm such a bad boy.
Yeah, it was an accident at
None
first.
of girls are ever going to want to make out with me. Ow.
And I would put cheese on there anyways.
Here, mousy, mousy. Boom. This mouse is never going to get any kitties.
And my parents gave me $20 extra on my allowance because I caught all those mice.
$20?
We've heard the mousetrap. Thank you for disposing of all those dead mice. I need to talk to your father about where all these mice are coming from.
This is really weird. All right, last one.
Okay.
You look like your first time experimenting masturbating. You also stuck Crayola marker into your butt, and the cap came off.
Oh.
You look like that kid.
Yeah. Because it's the smelly kind.
Yeah, you had to go into the doctor so they could remove a Crayola marker cap from your asshole.
I went cap first? Why wouldn't I go butt first?
Because you're an idiot.
Ass to
That's
ass.
the whole bit. The whole bit is you're dumb.
Okay. The
That
cap
was
is
that was
still
the
up
worst
there.
one. That was the worst one. So far.
I'm glad you said one more because it was a doozy. Speaking of doozies,
yeah. You're gonna go make one so you can come. Finally. Actually, if anyone doesn't really have a leg to stand on, it's probably the guy that doesn't have children. So.
Yeah.
So.
I come hard and I come well.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I come hard into a well. That's what I
Oh,
meant to
okay.
say.
All right. That makes way more sense.
Oh, there we go. You look like you tried to fuck a well and then you fell in. You're trying to make a joke. Hey, Tanner, this is your mom. Ah!
You look like you.
And then that well stretched out your legs because it got more narrow as it went down, and that's why you, Jack Skellington.
Thanks. You look like you went cow tipping in 8th grade because you were emo. And you're small town emo.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good one.
No.
Fuck, dude.
You say that you would skateboard, but you only bought Kmart skateboards.
That was me. For sure.
The wheels were never fast enough to keep up with your friends.
Where like I built a board online and I accidentally put street trucks on a vert board, so the board was literally too wide for the trucks, and I didn't know. Because in the picture it didn't say that it was a vert board. I was so pissed. It was a great board too.
Wait, this actually happened?
Yeah, dude. It was an Element Featherlight, which is the actual Element Featherlights are street boards.
Yes.
Right? Naturally. That's how they all are. And the year that I bought, the model that I bought, I just liked the design on it. It was fucking sick.
Yeah.
And it turns out the one that I bought was like their first vert board. So it was like too wide.
Right.
And it had like the how vert boards have like that like it's more conical almost. I don't know how to explain it.
I know
It's
what
like,
you mean.
You know what I mean? Where it's like there's like more arc to the actual wood itself, so that you can.
2 hours later.
Yeah, so like I knew that like buying it online I was going to get the best price because I was like, I look like a kid that's ready to get taken advantage of. Yeah.
I didn't work at Panuski's, but I hung out there so much that this mom came up to me and was like, we're thinking of getting him a snowboard. We're looking for, he's beginner. And like, gave me the spiel and I was like, nobody was around. I was like, fuck it. I'm just looking for titties in this Thrasher mag. So.
That is you. That is you. You look like you helped a mom fit her kid for a new snowboard because you were not successful finding titties in a Thrasher magazine.
I feel like my version was better.
It was, for sure. That's because it was real life for you, and I was just reiterating what you just said.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
And then I went over to the dark side. And I said, pass me the gasoline. Is that OG Kush I smell? I dare say myself and Reginald were doing some Northern Lights.
Have you heard the song Blueberry Yum Yum by Ludacris? It's fantastic. I don't know what the fuck that voice is, dude. I love that voice.
It went from
that
that pompous British to almost like Spaniard kind
yeah,
of thing.
it's fantastic. I literally went from pompous British to Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the time we were at the state fair? It was like me and a bunch of my friends from high school, and me and Nat were there together. And anytime Nat and I were together doing anything in high school, it's just like bad things happened. Just because we were idiots. And we're at the state fair. We go to the horse barn, and we're like walking around looking at all the horses.
They had a bar for whores?
Barn, you idiot.
Oh.
And there's this horse wearing like, you know, it had like, they would put like the black hood over the horse so that it like didn't get startled in its little pen.
Yeah.
You know? And there's a full on like black one, right? And we come walking past and Nat goes, "What's with the fucking Zorro costume?" And we turn the corner and there's a guy literally brushing the horse. And he looks up and he's like, "What was that?" And Nat's like, "Nothing. Whoops." And then we just walked. It was so funny. It was just like in that moment.
I
was like,
love shit like that.
What's with the fucking Zorro costume? So good. I mean, like that's definitely a you had to be there, but also like if you could put yourself there in your mind, it's pretty funny.
I went there because I thought I was at a concert and there was a gangly fuck like you standing in front of me, ruining the show for me because I am housewife size.
See, yeah, okay, so two things. One, gangly fuck, for sure. I look like a box of linguine noodles got jizzed on 27 years ago. Okay? I know that. But two, what you fail to fucking recognize every time is your dumpling ass body. You are literally 5'7" and your legs are what?
I'm Jackie Chan without the action.
No, I'm just talking about your fucking torso is the size of a refrigerator.
Yes.
In height.
That's true.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, I'm gangly as fuck, but...
Well, it's exacerbated because I wear all those summer dresses, which make your legs...
True. And it doesn't really accent your boxy frame so well. Yeah. Yeah, you look like... You literally look like a General Electric box with arms and legs.
What's Wally? Wally.
Wow. I just need a little bit more robotic to that.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. This concert, this super tall dude was standing in front of me.
Yeah.
And I thought that only Kim could hear me. And I was like, because she stood next to me where there was a clear opening. And I'm in front of fucking John Mayer. And
behind John Mayer.
In front of John Mayer, behind Kevin Garnett.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
shit out of here.
Kevin Garnett, I don't know that he can hear me because he's so high up.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, sure would enjoy this show if I could see it. And he heard me and did like the... looked down at me and I was like...
It's like that part in
good. You having a good time?
That part in Space Jam where the big blue guy leans down to talk to Tweety Bird. They're monsters. That is exactly how I picture it. Is him, them, the little Tweety Bird being like,
yeah, because he was expecting.
We're not afraid of you monsters.
And then the big guy like comes down and he's like, oh, Bill. And then Tweety's like, ah! That's why. It's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. We gotta have you do more of. You haven't done any of your Looney Tunes shenanigans. Next week,
okay.
We need to dive more into your Looney Tunes nest because you do a lot of really funny
Looney
fucking
Tunes
voices. Yeah,
we got to wrap this bitch up, huh?
Same time next week,
dude. Absolutely. So loud.
Dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, absolutely.